That's right, guys. It's day four. Day four of my fourth video out of this 30-day challenge. Um, so I'm very excited with it. Um, I'm going to take out a lot of these ums. I'm going to edit all the ums out as well. So here I am, back on day four. I'm still going strong as well. First of all, I wanted to thank a couple of people in my comments from the video from yesterday, which I'll link down below. A couple of the pointers or tips that he gave, but one was the biggest point, which I kind of knew, but thanks for pointing it out, was I need to look more into the camera rather than having my eyes go all kinds of ways, right? Because it takes away from the authentic, well, even though I'm being authentic, it takes away from the engagement, right? So I'm going to focus on that, is look into the camera more often. As you see, I shouldn't say more often, constantly, right? And so we have that engagement with each other. So you can see that I'm talking to you, I'm coming really from the heart, and I'm not just going off of the top of my head. So one of the things, if you guys struggle with that, I looked it up, how can I be better, right? How can I be better with staying focused on the camera? And that was the biggest thing that a lot of beginners face, is the eyes going all around like this, right? Moving around in your thoughts. But what I came out, or what I found, sorry about that, is a tip, which I'm using right now, and I'll show you. This. It's a little face where the arrow is pointing right here. If you can, I know you can't see my phone camera, but it's facing me, and I'm looking at the face, right? Because the top, or the teaching, or the tip, was to do something like that. Have a face or something that you can look at. See, I can tell I'm looking away right now, but have a face, something that you can look at and focus on, that's right by your camera, so you look like you are you are talking to your viewers as well. Sorry about that. I'm doing this, as you can see, as well. So thank you for that tip. I appreciate that. Another shout out, well, a couple of shout outs from some new subscribers that I've obtained, which I very much appreciate. And if you can subscribe to as well, if you're first joining me on this journey, let me introduce what I'm doing. My name is Cliff. I am a first-time YouTuber, and I am over 40, and I'm pursuing this as a career, right? And I'm also, or to monetize and to bring value to the community, and just do something, right, to take control of my life. Not that I did not have control, but I wanted to create something on my own terms, right? Create my time freedom, my financial freedom on my own terms, rather than reporting to a 9-to-5 again. And I always have to say, I do appreciate the 9-to-5 that I do have. It does provide income, for me as well. But I'm at a point to where I've always had a point to where I've always wanted to do my own thing, right? I always had the entrepreneur spirit. But one thing I've never had, or lacked, was the long game, right? The longevity. Playing the long game. When I was younger, even just before this, you're always looking at the shiny object, always jumping from this to that, to this to that. But for some reason, whatever you want to call it, for me, I call it God. Whatever you guys want to call it, the universe, or you want to call it whatever else, it's for me, God is telling me, or having me, to do this, right? To go ahead and get on YouTube, and maybe I have a message, which I know I do as well. So I'm going to commit to this. I'm tired of jumping from the shiny object to the shiny object. And if you're doing that, this is going to be my topic today, is to really niche down, or really get serious and get focused on it as well, because this has the opportunity, YouTube has the opportunity to go ahead and give you the lifestyle you deserve. I know there's many other ways that you feel that there are out there. I've tried, like I mentioned before, I tried network marketing. I've tried it several times with several different companies. I joined one, another one came about, and I'm like, ooh, wow, let me look at that one, because they're having great success, right? Well, let me look at this one. I tried from Amway back in the day. As you can tell, I'm over 40. When Amway first started coming out, and it was just taking off. And that was a thing back in the day, all the way to Melaleuca. If you guys are familiar with Melaleuca as a network marketing company, all the way to, I can remember, I forget, the dry car wash thing that you spray in your car, carless wash or something. all the way up to my most recent, and it was a couple of years ago, which I gave up network marketing. I'm not going to return to that. Into CBD, right? CBD was the new hot trend as well, and so forth. But I guess it was just not for me, right? It was just not for me. It just didn't pan out. Yeah, for me as well. So, so today, my topic is going to be on staying focused and niching down, because that's what I had to do today, right? I know we talked about initially about just pushing that button and getting started, right? Without getting started, all of this stuff that I'm going to talk about and on the next days ahead, it's going to be for nothing, because it all will be still in the planning stage, and it'll just lie dormant, and days and weeks and years will go by, and I still wouldn't have pushed that record, right? It did not face fear in the face. I wouldn't have faced fear in the face and hit that record button, which I faced a few weeks or even a month before actually going live. Like what I mentioned, if you're just joining me again, I started off with faceless because I was like, man, I'm going to do faceless. I don't have to get on the camera. I don't have to show my face. I don't have to be nervous. I can work behind the scene, and so forth. But that also too wasn't filling with my heart. It wasn't jiving. Sorry about that. Jiving with what God had for me, right? Or what He wants to do through me as well. So just getting on video and getting live is what I feel a little bit, a whole lot more peace with about, even though I'm nervous. I was nervous at first, and didn't have the skills, and all these thoughts and all these fears that was going through my mind. But day by day, even though I'm 4 days in, right, I feel a little bit more confident day by day. And I hope that's for you too as well. If you have not started yet, just start. Because once you start, you feel like, wow, I did it. I've overcame it. I've overcome that obstacle. Now I'm ready for day 2, and then day 3, and day 4. Next thing you know, you're 1, 2, 3, 4 years ahead. You're monetizing. You've got that gold button, or that gold play button, or the silver play button. You've got value that you're providing. You've got your customers, your followers that are loving your content because of what you provide to the audience. So there's a message for each and every one of you to put out there on YouTube. There is a niche for you. You just have to dig deep and dive into what it is. So like for me, I just dove in. I really didn't have, I had an idea, but today was more, okay, where do I want to take this channel? What do I want to do with this channel? And the biggest thing that I had to ask myself is, who am I, right? What skills do I have? What passions do I have? What are my interests? So with that being said, to help you out, if you're still trying to figure out, who am I? What I'm going to provide? There's so much people out there. But YouTube, what I'm learning, is such a big platform with so many viewers, millions and millions of viewers that's across the world. There's a lot of room for you. So don't let your mindset hold you back. Don't let negativity or fear hold you back from pursuing your desire, or pursuing your this dream of yours that you want to obtain, right? Whether it be to monetize, right? Not everybody wants to monetize, but some people just want to do this as a hobby. They want to go ahead and actually just fill in time, right? But then for some of you, you guys want this to be potentially your retirement, right? To supplement or to provide a great retirement for you, that you can retire well. You're trying to figure out, how am I going to retire? What am I going to do to go ahead and actually supplement my retirement, right? So whatever your goal is, stick to it, write it down, and stick to it, and hit that play button. So what I did to be a little bit more organized, as you can see, and I'm just being transparent, is I wrote down some notes of what I want to cover. So if you see me taking my eyes off the camera a little bit, it's just to go ahead and actually look at the notes as well. I'm becoming more confident day by day, and as the days go by, again, is I hope that my skill set in communication and looking at the camera and providing content that is not so messy, right? So day by day that's my goal as well. For some, we talked about, for some of you, like what is some of your interests, right? That you may need help with. You may be ready to go, but what's holding you back is like, hey Cliff, what am I going to talk about? What can I talk about? Look at what you're consuming on YouTube. when you go to the bookstore, if you go to the bookstore, what kind of books would you read, right? That'll tell you or give you an indication of your passion, right? You could be on YouTube looking at a lot of documentary stuff or a lot of history content that interests you, that just keeps your attention, right? That could be your niche. That could be what you would pursue as a YouTuber, right? You get into the history or documentary type of content, which there's a lot out there from what I've been looking at, that a lot of interest out there. So there's an opportunity for you. Hopefully that tip for you, if you're a documentary or history buff, hopefully that'll get you going too as well. Number two, are you a health nut or are you a health freak? I shouldn't say freak, but are you very passionate about health, whether it be exercising, CrossFit, whether it be running a marathon, whether it be dieting, whether it be just eating a healthy lifestyle, or even if you're cooking, if you like to cook, that could be, but your niche, your sub niche could be cooking a healthy life or cooking healthy meals, right? And just get on camera, show yourself cooking because you enjoy cooking, and present those healthy meals for you. So again, hopefully that helps you out too as well if you are in that niche or in that niche. Is it niche or niche? Whatever, you get it. And third, like another thing, just to kind of give a little bit more value is, do you like traveling? I do. Do you dream about going different places? Are you consuming content that is always about traveling? Are you looking at ads or always going on Travelocity or wherever, right? Whatever site, not a sponsor, they're not sponsoring me. Just an example, just to look for dream trips of yours. Or do you look at content that is like in Europe or Italy or Germany, and it just inspires you and just motivates you, and you keep consuming and consuming and consuming and consuming? That's your niche. That could be your niche, and you can do subsets off of these niches as well. So again, hopefully that helped you out, to get you started as well. Again, but the biggest thing is to, if you have not done so, hit that start button right away. Whether it's a 1-minute video, a 2-minute video, and you don't know what you're saying, and you're just on there, and the camera's getting you camera jitters and so forth, just do it. Just do it. You won't regret it. Believe me, you will not regret it as well. All right, so the last thing I want to provide for you guys is, once you find your niche, or once you have discovered what niche you are, or what you're passionate about, go ahead and look it up on YouTube. What I've learned over this last couple of days is to go into the search of YouTube and just put in your niche, healthy lifestyle or travel and so forth, and you'll see the topics. Don't let it intimidate you, right? But you'll see that there's content out there, right? And see if it's relevant to what you want to do, and give you and inspire you for ideas to bring to your own channel, right, as well. So that's about it. All right, guys. Well, again, I want to thank you so much. Thank you again to my subscribers or my commenters that gave me that tip and the encouragement. I really do appreciate that. And don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and comment below. Tell me what niche you're interested in, or if not, you haven't found, but tell me what passion. What's your passion? And I'll respond. I'll reply to your passion. And if there's anything I can help you out with, what I've learned, I'm not a pro, but I've learned, man, for the last 4 days, I've learned a lot. And there's still a lot that I need to learn. And I'll be sharing that with you as well over the next, what is it now? 26 days. Wow, 26 days as well. So again, thank you so much, guys. Have a great evening. And we'll talk to you and see you the next time. Have a great day. Be blessed.